Everyone loves the goth mommies, but what about the goth daddies? Goth daddies need love too, you know. What a quote just to throw out onto the internet. Almost a month ago, I put out a poll asking what my audience wanted to see more, Tipster or the long-awaited Chibi Part 2, and by a very narrow margin, Tipster had won, likely being the only win that Tipster has gotten the entire year. My original plan when starting this video was that I was going to go over Tipster's origins as a tech reviewer and then, and only then, delve into Tipster's sins. But then I came into a problem that would only get worse the longer that I worked on this video. That problem being Tipster deleting years worth of his content. So this is essentially a total rewrite of my original script, and as this first happened, I even tweeted out about it. Tipster just privated most of his videos older than a year ago. Real shame if someone had just finished getting clips for a video by then. Out of nowhere, Tipster just deleted over 2,100 videos. And the truth is, I was actually nowhere near done getting the footage that I needed. And only said that because I thought it would be funny if it made its way to Tipster. But alas, that's okay, because now we can properly get into the sins of Tipster. And believe me, there are many sins when it comes to Tipster. But not all of them are equal. So why don't we start with some of the more fun ones? Now, something that I need to point out is that Tipster is married and would never cheat on his wife.
This gives people the impression that I just go around like flirting with girls on the internet and cheating on my wife, and nothing could be further from the truth. Like, I love my wife, okay? I would never cheat on my wife. And here's the thing, I'm willing to be charitable to technicals and consider the fact that this was probably an offhanded joke and it wasn't meant to give the impression that like I cheat on my wife. Like, that's not his intention. But like, I feel like there's that potential at least that people will watch this and interpret it that way. I would never ever cheat on my wife. If you want to know the quote flirting he's referring to, it originated when like the guys used to poke fun at me, because I come from a family where like we're very open about talking about like sex and stuff like that related to sex, right? And like, so if I ever had a question about sex, like, you know, most kids would be embarrassed to ask their parents about it. I was never embarrassed by that because we were very open with sex and sexual discussion in my family. If we ever had questions, we could always ask our parents and they would answer it, right? So I've always been kind of open with those kinds of discussions when like stuff like that came up, or like when jokes like that came up, like it didn't bother me as much. And so the guys started like roasting me for that. And on top of that, like a lot of like my female friends, like I have a lot of female friends, so they started like seeing me compliment these women on the internet that I guess they didn't know as their friends or whatever. So they started calling me a simp, right? And so I started playing into the meme of them calling me a simp or saying like I'm into e-girls like that and having fun with it with jokes, right? Now my wife was aware of these jokes. She's still aware of these jokes and she doesn't care, right? But like so many people have like taken it so far. Like there's a reason why I don't play into the e-girl memes anymore, because some motherfuckers take that shit too far and try to turn it into like Tipster cheating on his wife, shit like that. And so that's why I'm like, the memes aren't fun anymore. So I don't do it anymore. There's some people who still talk about it, and you know what, that's fine. It's whatever. But I don't play into it anymore just because it's literally it's not fun anymore, right?
Now, I think that we've come to an interesting dilemma. Is flirting with total strangers on the internet cheating? Personally, I think the answer is yes. Tipster, however, is on the opposite end of that, and I want you to imagine that the person you're dating, or even married to, is posting this online. You're not an e-girl, you're an e-whore, and you're my e-whore, not Omegon's. Notice the new profile picture. Not gonna lie, looking kinda hot in pink. I don't give this to many people, but if you ever need to talk, don't hesitate to call or text me. I'm a busy guy, so I may not respond immediately, but I will respond. Tipster's defense for this was that all of that was just him memeing around, and he doesn't actually cringe post like that anymore, nor does he play into it. And you know what? People post stupid stuff all the time on Twitter for engagement, so with all those accusations, it would be pretty reasonable to assume that Tipster was telling the truth, and that he would stop flirting with e-girls. Right? Well, no, because on April 17th, 2024, somebody leaked to the streamer Boblax hundreds of messages that Tipster had posted in private discords. Boblax would then do a stream with some of the biggest Tipster detractors, such as Chud Logic and Chris the Narc, going over them. What do you say we do some highlights on this?
Yo, everybody, welcome! Welcome! Are you ready to see these tips? Dude, they're all coming in!
Slow.
Quick as everyone's ready.
Where's Animal? I want
Even
Animal.
Chud Logic, I'm surprised, dude. With the time zone difference, I'm surprised you were just in here
Right.
immediately,
Now I'm
dude.
part of the now I'm part of the Tipster Bully Goon Squad. I'm fucking it. I'm here for it, you know.
Hell yeah,
Just
hell
remember,
yeah.
Chud's like,
Talks.
oh, I don't know why everyone's so mean to Tipster. Just nobody let
Dude.
Chud forget that.
Now you know. Now
Okay,
you know.
Right. Listen, I've already taken the L on my Tipster takes and thinking people were going too far with it because now I think people are not going far enough.
They're not. God. Yeah, Tipster would definitely be part of that club. Considering I'm not supposed to have any, they were always gonna look terrible. Lol. Don't be a hater. Tipster moves have a place in this world too. Wait, this is like midday. This is
Dude,
Oh,
he's on his
11.
break
Break from his
He's on his way
he's
to
on his
work.
sandwich.
wait. So he like takes a bite of his sandwich at work, looks down at his text full of like trans Discord chat, and like talks about his titties.
He's just on his lunch break, all
Yeah.
alone. No one's sitting with him. He's
What a
just on his phone.
productive worker talking about his kids.
Dude, he's fucking talking in Discord on the job. What the did?
Guys, stop making jokes about how I cheat on my wife. Also, let me extraordinarily go to crazy lengths to lean into the fact that
Yeah.
I'm like a total man whore in every Discord chat.
And then
for every
mention that I
degenerate
love
woman.
my wife in every stream as well. Like those two facts are just really prevalent on the channel for no.
There's literally a clip of him with his wife saying like, "Hey, babe, do you think I'm attractive or something?" And he's like, "Well, I wish so I could attract more goth mommies." And he's saying that like right to the face of his wife. He's leaning into it.
I'm not a puppy girl. This is Arf. What's your persona?
This is gender affirming care.
This
Dude,
is
we
on
went from-
Christmas. This is Christmas Day. Dude,
we went
right
from
up.
trans chasing to furry chasing, bro.
Dude,
It's-
his
it's
first
evolving.
Christmas as a non-Christian because he left Christianity for Keffals. This is what he's doing, dude. Instead of
Relationship
praising
ended
God.
with Christianity. Keffals is my new best friend.
Jesus is the relationship with Jesus is over. I seem to recall you saying you're a slut for head pats. Sounds pretty degen to me, dude. And the thing is, like, these are the history of all of Tipster's messages. Like, there's almost no
I
message
will
that's
put I
normal.
will put my Dorito fingers in your hair, slut.
Like, there's
Looking like the good dog boy you are.
every single Tipster message is just is something weird. There's no normal message here. You are all bottoms. There, it's settled. My name isn't Lumi, but you are a whore. Boom. Happy now, lol.
Do they talk about anything other than sex in here? Maybe.
I'm reading
When
it.
Tipster's here, yeah.
I'm
When
literally
Tipster's here, I guess they do
dude.
talk about
This isn't
not
cherry
helping
picked.
the
There's no
stereotypes.
bias. I'm literally reading chronologically from a couple days ago, and everything's sexual.
Imagine that all the stuff in this Discord server is normal, but Tipster, who literally only knows stereotypes, goes in there and just talks about fucking everybody.
Yeah, he's like, you guys
like,
are
"That's how you
trans,
fit
right?
in."
What do you think about sex?
Chud, do you know the lore on this one?
No,
You're
go
not
on.
gonna-
What
You're
Back
not
when we
tell
were still
Chud?
friends with Tipster, we were chilling around, and we saw Tipster would post daily Apple Watch updates to show how many calories he's burned. So we went through meticulous effort to make a joke on Turkey Tom's live stream where we went through and we photoshopped every single one of those updates to be the same screenshot but cropped a little bit differently each time. And then we tweeted it out and people started reporting on it. Like Andy Warski and Ethan Ralph started tweeting Tipster fakes his weight loss. You can see it right here in these screenshots.
Wait, it's confirmed. Y'all already turned me queer. Now you want to make me into a furry? It's Jover.
Dude.
You're gonna have to give me that money, Matt. He's gonna take
Joker.
HRT.
Unironic.
He said it's Jover.
Nah.
Y'all brought out evil Tippy.
Oh my god, is that the fucking
Evil
profile
Tipster be
picture?
like,
Yeah.
I will
Yeah,
have
yeah.
sex with my wife. I will not jerk off to I I will not flirt with women online.
Yeah, dude, Nick, do you remember those old clips of Tipster being like, yeah, that's why I don't like he was reacting to like Technical's skit on him, and he's like, yeah, now that they've like joked about the wife too much, I'm not even gonna make the e-girl goth mommy jokes anymore. I can't, dude. I just can't. I'm done with
He's
the e-girl
holding
goth
that
mommy.
back.
He held it back, and then once Keffals came in, he's like, ooh, mommy, bark, 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 like in fucking the chat, dude. He's been fucking holding it back this whole time, ever since Technicals made one joke about him. A top would have done it. So much bottom behavior in chat recently. This is the guy you were defending, Chud?
Okay, listen, first of all, second of all, if we want to get into that, I never fucking defended him, no. I just said I didn't understand why people were so fucking going crazy over him. I just thought he was kind of a buffoon that stepped into rakes all the time.
Listen, all right.
I didn't realise the rich vein of lifestyle
Sugar Conroy. Tipster is the YouTube drama version of professional wrestling, but only Vince McMahon.
The piss ball is going to leak fairly quickly.
Goth mommies are like a bat signal to me.
Oh no!
Come on!
No,
Dude, all of these are so perfect for like just a Twitter banner or something. It's just,
We're so
Gotham's in trouble.
robbed by Tipster not having any industry power. Like, it actually sucks. We'll never get to know what would be.
dude. I want him to be like the
Not the hero.
CEO.
Like,
of
imagine
Sweet
if this
Baby
guy was
Inc.
somebody important. Imagine if this guy was like a big and successful YouTuber. How fucking crazy the dramas would be.
Dude, oh my god.
Dude, the city needs a hero.
Dude,
Not one that we deserve.
he knows how to get big,
Can
just
we,
not in that
can we
way.
gas him up for like 6 months and blow his YouTube channel?
Yeah,
up
can
just
we
so
all be
can
like, I
better-
forgive Tipster,
better
he's
content?
epic, and like,
everyone's obsessed.
well, we did like, well, me and Augie promote him so much, he ended up getting like a fucking 1,000 concurrent viewers, and then he just pissed them all away, and now he's at 40.
So, whether it's in public or in private, Tipster seemingly can't help but post the most uncut cringe you've ever seen. Let me tell you a story. Once, me and some coworkers were at a bar, and one of them went to use the bathroom with his phone left on the table. Like a vulture, I instinctively grabbed it and took a selfie so that way he would know who was responsible for what I was about to do. And then, I changed his Tinder description to the Metal Gear Solid 5 Kazuhira Miller speech.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Every night, I can feel my leg, and my arm, even my fingers.
He didn't know that I did that until a few days later at work, and moral of the story is that that's less embarrassing than having any of these messages Tipster post leaked. This may come to the surprise of a lot of people considering my channel, but I rarely watch lolcow content unless I'm making a video on them. However, Tipster is one of the few exceptions that I keep up with casually. Well, one night, while I was on Twitter, instead of working like I should have been doing, I saw a tweet from the YouTuber Manic the Manic Mechanic that said cursed blunt rotation, as well as having 5 profile pictures. Those being Chitin Chazz, someone I don't recognize, Manic, Tipster, and the Undead Chronic. And I remember thinking, wow, that would be a pretty cursed blunt rotation, and then I scrolled down. Little did I know, however, that call was actually happening in that very moment.
Tipster, this is less a debate and more a therapy session for 2 retards. This is not a place of honor.
This is some bad therapy, man. I'm waiting for some nuggets.
Hold on, no, I'm
All you've done is call me a
truth.
retard and tell me that I'm wrong. So
This is therapy session for 2 retards. It's like,
Oh, that's the topic of.
Before we get to the next clip, there's something that you all need to know. Tipster is incredibly block happy, and on January 4th this year, I found out that he had blocked me. Up to that point, I had made a total of 3 tweets related to him, all of which I stand by today. Bro, Tipster looks like he's photoshopped onto someone else. Why doesn't he either grow a beard or start drinking some water? At least Leafy had a reason for wanting another chin. Is there anyone actually afraid of Tipster? Like, what's he gonna do? Make a passive-aggressive comment on your YouTube channel and then block you? Tipster's channel is dead. How someone with like 100k subs gets 2k views on a new video is astounding. Like I said, I stand by everything I said in those tweets. Tipster should start drinking more water, his tough guy act that he tries out works on no one, and his channel gets drastically less views than it should for its size. Were my tweets a little mean? Maybe, but they definitely weren't anywhere close to me A-logging him, and they were definitely true as well. But that was more than enough to get me on the massive block list. And I don't want to sound like I'm upset by that, because getting blocked by Tipster honestly feels like you completed some sort of side quest in a video game and then joined an exclusive group that you have to earn your way into and can't buy in.
One of us, Google gobble, one of us. We accept that one of us. Google gobble, one of us. We accept that one of us.
I say this because back to the Chitin Chazz stream, while Tipster was there, Manic, remember him because he's going to be coming up again later, called in and asked why he was blocked, and Tipster had honestly no idea why, but for some reason denying that he uses a mass block list.
Yeah, Tipster, I'm your biggest fan.
Yeah, is that so? What's up?
We have such alike music tastes. Why did you block me on Twitter?
I don't even know who you are. Imagine approaching me and being like, "Whoa, why did you block me on Twitter?" And
No,
like,
Manic, Tipster knows me more than he knows you now.
I literally did. He's like, why did you block me? And I'm like, I don't know who you are, dog. What?
I mean, it implies if you blocked me that you saw something of me on Twitter.
Right, but you act like I know who you are, though. Like, just say who you are. Who the f are you?
I am the Manic mechanic.
Okay, that tells me a whole lot, dude. Okay,
Yeah.
like what? I still don't fucking know you. Okay, it's like I am the great Manic mechanic. Hear me roar! Like what the? Like I don't know who you are, dude. Like okay, I got you blocked on Twitter. Cry about it.
Tipster, do you use the block list function where like you can like hit a thing and it blocks a bunch of people?
No, I don't do that.
No. And yeah, you probably just saw something he said and just got disagreed with it and blocked him. Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Undead Chronic and Chitin Chazz were less knowledgeable than Manic, and thankfully, Manic was able to explain who Tipster was real fast, as well as Tipster's association with someone known as Keffals.
Dude, so
I have no idea who he is.
I don't either. I just know Manic knows him, so
I just saw Manic tweet about it once.
He's basically a lol cow now, but he's just like generic like commentary guy who just like basically talks into a mic on OBS, talking about how the next lynch mob going along. This guy's bad, and then he like. Not to explain his entire lore, basically he got a lot of goodwill from Suzy Lou. Then he just started like kind of like snaking his friends, and then he betrayed everybody he knew for Keffals. I shit you not. And I'm pretty.
Working together.
Yeah, and also he is a married man who gets caught like thirsting over very mid e-girls, very constantly. But like, by the way, if you were to go like I have a video, like scrolling video of going through Keffals' Instagram page, and every single Keffals' Instagram post with cleavage is liked by Tipster. But mostly just the ones with cleavage.
Wait, why would you know that?
He's on Twitter.
You know what? Don't answer that.
But who is Keffals, I'm sure many of you are asking? Well, that's a question that would be best answered by the Someordinarygamers video, Why Keffals is a Complete Fraud. I don't watch Mutahar very often. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be able to tell you the last one I did see. But this was a genuinely great video, and I would highly recommend watching it to find out. But I know that not everyone will switch off of here to watch it, so I'll give you the quick rundown. Keffals ran a scam campaign on a GoFundMe and made a whopping $100,000. Instead of using the money for what it was meant for, Keffals instead used it on drugs, booze, rehab, and streaming equipment. And that's actually just the surface of it too, because when you go deep into the Keffals lore, when it comes to stuff like Catboy Ranch, it honestly becomes indefendable, which Tipster would end up doing regardless. But we'll get to that soon, because when I found out that this Discord call was real, I went straight to Chazz's stream.
Games and call-ins. Was Tipster really here? Your channel's doing no... Yes, addendum. Tipster did call in. The guy brought Tipster on. I did something that even Manic could not do. this was literally just spur of the moment, out of nowhere. Guys on Twitter saying like, "Hey, let's talk," and blah blah blah. So, let's go.
But I would get to call in after the fact and tell Chazz about Tipster recently opening up for the Steamies.
Okay, let's add Addendum.
Hey, what's going on, Chazz? It's good to finally speak with you.
It's good to finally speak with you too. You've been in the YouTube, dude. I'm popping off. Fucking,
Dude, I know.
Fucking, bro.
Do you know that his channel is actually dead?
Of course it is, because he had to hop on my channel. He had to hop on my channel.
He gets like 2,000 views per video with 100,000 subscribers. That is dead in the algorithm.
And I'm over here making videos roasting anime characters like Marin.
I don't know. Did you see that? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Did you see that video of him where he's like saying, "Cheers, guys," in front of that crowd of people?
No, but
this is at like some iDubbbz event a month ago. So he was in the city that this happened, but they used a pre-recorded video anyways, and he didn't show up to the event.
Fucking loser.
What is up, everyone? Tipster here. Well, as some of you HD fans may know, I'm the guy who says, "Cheers, my dudes. Love ya." And I was just taking a moment to thank you all for joining us for the Steamies Awards tonight, live at the Dolby Theater. Now, before we kick things off here, I want you all to take a moment to make a toast with me. So if you got yourself a drink, go ahead and raise it for me. And at the count of 3, I'm going to have you all do a good cheers, my dudes, for me. Got it? Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Cheers, my dudes! Okay, now with that on the way, let's go ahead and let's get this show started. Take it away, H3 crew. Love ya.
It is YouTube's sexiest night.
Unfortunately, as I was leaving, Chazz asked me what I thought about the debate from that stream, and honestly I had to tell him the truth that I never saw it.
Then I also got to head out.
You got to head out? Alright, man.
Yeah, I just wanted to call in, congratulate you, Chazz.
And hey, thank you for that donation. You didn't have to do that. I do appreciate it.
Hey, no worries. You deserve a little reward.
At the very least, was it entertaining before Chronic and everyone else hopped in? It became kind of a clusterfuck. Was it at least entertaining to listen to?
Oh, I have no idea. I came in after it was over.
Okay, fair. But
I'll tell you this before I left. So I was scrolling on Twitter. I saw a Manic post. It had a picture of you, Chronic, Tipster,
and that
think
Ellen
he was in
dude.
it, and that person, and it said like cursed blunt rotation, and I think, yeah, that would be a pretty weird conversation. And then like a few minutes later, I see he tweets out like the chat, and I see Tipsters, and it's like, what? So that's when I realized it was real.
It's real. The One Piece is real.
I thought he was just like making his own Smash Bros. Discord call.
Unfortunately, this is really where the fun is going to go away for a little bit, because on February 7th, Vaush, a friend of both Tipsters and Keffals, accidentally leaked what many people would call his goon folder before immediately ending his stream. What made this leak bad was that it was filled with lolicon images, and I can't show you because it's actually illegal. While Tipster was ready to ignore it, another leftist YouTuber wasn't. This one being H3H3, just 2 days after it happened.
So here's what happened. And again, Vaush fans, if you want to defend him, I'm going to be receptive to everything you're saying. I'm not here with an agenda. I'm just showing something funny that happened. Okay? But I will say this.
What was on the agenda?
This is what socialism does to a motherfucker. No, I'm kidding. We love the socials.
He's just a political commentator, right?
So he's a political commentator. He's a leftist, a socialist, and he is pretty popular in that space. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's like probably 3 main political lefties, which is like Hassan, Vaush, and Destiny.
Mhm.
So he's part of that trinity. He's one of the main guys.
Got it.
Not like mega popular because obviously it's a niche.
Sure.
But he's very popular in that space. I mean, his videos get hundreds of thousands of views, sometimes a million. Here it is.
You can see this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
What?
Now,
the sound.
Now, is that how the stream ended?
I'm not 100% sure. When people were posting it on Twitter, that's how they labeled it. But
I think if I remember, I think it cut to like a holding card, some sort of static holding card for a moment, and then it ended shortly after that.
So one more time. So this
You
is
can
how
see
it
this is an
ended.
example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
What?
That's a face of a man who knows.
H3H3 even showed off some old Vaush clips so that way we would know his stance on the situation.
You'll never be able to find a clip of me saying that I think it's good to have child. Should consuming child be legal? Yes, 100%.
Please, right now, uncuck your dumb shit, libcuck fucking SJW brains and recognize this empirically correct fact that I am about.
Once again, he sets it up in the clearest terms possible. Clear your ears out, everybody. Sit down and listen to every word, which I mean with my whole body and soul.
Spit. It is possible for an adult and a child to have a sexual relationship and for it to have positive outcomes on the child as well.
That's game. I don't know how he survived that one.
What?
I don't know how he survived that one.
That sentence should not be said no matter what the context.
Is there more context to that one?
Yeah, there's.
It is.
Yeah, that we have that clip as well.
Phenomenal.
I honestly think it's.
Because I'm so.
I can't wait.
don't know,
I think it's a
can't-
mistake to be watching these clips
Okay.
because we're giving an opportunity to be like, oh, you're not understanding the full context. You should-
We're going to get the full context. You can't say that. That's not fair. We're going to watch them all. But we're almost done with the compilation.
Okay.
Remember Vaush's stance on the subject because here, Ethan and Hila Klein see these photos for the first time. And again, remember that these two aren't Vaush A-logs, and even though Vaush is a really big channel, it's nothing in comparison to the H3H3 podcast, so they're not doing this for clout.
Somebody on Twitter found like the high res versions of all those images.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, dude. I gotta link it to you. Don't show this on stream.
Oh, you found? Okay, yeah. Let me see. From what I saw, it was horrifically fucking disgusting.
Dude, all right, don't make sure you don't show this up.
Yeah, it's just
don't even put it on the screen. Like just
I'm opening it. I'm opening
Yeah, just because the reflection on the.
So beep 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 beep.
Okay, you opened
I
it.
just clicked it and opened
You
it.
opened it.
I just clicked
the fact
it. What
that
was
it's
I supposed
drawn
to do?
doesn't make it any
No, I
worse.
didn't put it on the screen. I didn't put it on the screen.
All right, it didn't show anything.
It didn't show anything.
Yeah.
It didn't show anything anyway.
But the fact that this is drawn is
Oh my God! These are the images. They found them all. Oh, it's even worse than I thought.
Yeah.
Holy sh! Okay, whoa! These people are psycho. How they figured all this out.
That's the
These
internet for you.
these are children. Like this photo here, of like these are little
Like
girls.
Anime, but they look really young.
They're all drawings. Look at this one. This one, it's like Snow White. It's like busty, young-looking Snow White.
So bad, dude.
Yeah.
With a. Look at this, Hila.
Okay, maybe.
What's your argument?
We get the idea.
Yeah, you're right, Cam. That actually puts it into context for me. I mean, that's nuts, bro.
Show us!
The best part about this stream was when they read out Vaush's tweets replying to it, and Ethan Klein gave us an "I'm not your friend, idiot" moment.
He said it's very disheartening. I thought I had something of a friend in Ethan. That's a new message.
Based on what? There's nobody in the world.
Cam,
that
can you
would-
make us a supercut, please, of the Vaush Ethan friendship?
Yeah, it's done. I just put it in chat.
I was gonna build a bridge. We were just about to build a
Hold on,
bridge.
let me set that up. Let me get that ready. Here.
Bro, what is being friend?
Oh, wait. New message. Why is Dan pretending not to know me?
Ooh, scorned ex-lover Dan.
Why is Dan pretending not to know me?
Dan wept.
Dan wept.
What are you talking about?
All I see is black. On
I
this
think he
image.
means just from being a
I have grown up with Mega Man.
that you don't know his content, maybe.
Wait, I thought you were memeing.
No,
you
no,
actually said that?
Yeah, I can send you it.
He says, "Why does Dan
what the fuck?
pretend not to know me?" And apparently, we're.
I know of you. I know you as the Tacoma Web guy.
You spend any time in Tacoma, Dan?
Bro, Vaush, the best. Look, in my opinion, the best way to handle.
Yeah, no, of course I know who he is. I've never watched his content regularly. I'm not a fan. Like that's all I said.
Vaush, the best way to handle this is like, in my opinion, let's just be like, you know what,
Ethan, you just typed in the thing. It's just black.
Well, Cam said the image is just black.
Right, that's the joke.
What was the joke? I didn't hear the joke.
I asked Cam for a supercut of you and
Your
his
relationship with Vaush.
He said, "Cool, I got it. I just dropped
I
it in
didn't
the
get
chat."
it at first, too.
Here's the supercut. Thank you.
You're still 5 for 5.
But Vaush, here's the thing. Let's just own it and say, you know what? You know what? I understand why it came off that way. Yes, I do have a zoo file thing, but like, I've never done it to an animal. Is that good or no? Probably don't even. That's probably just lie about it.
Probably just lie about it.
What does he do? What should Vaush do?
I think for start, okay. You know what I would say? If we listen to his fans and his supporters that have been yelling that this is bad faith and taking him out of context or whatever, and we just presume that this was purely just, badly worded stuff. At the very least, can we stop talking about horsecock?
Let's make that agreement. Let's
just not talk about it.
That's a good start,
right?
That's an offer of good faith. Let's cut out the CP justification. Let's stop philosophizing about CP.
Find another example.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's put that chapter of philosophy. Let's close the book on that one and put it in a dusty, dark shelf.
Wept.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want anyone to read that one.
To be sorted. Yeah, to be sorted later.
I'm not into book burning, but
Like the last scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Just like put it in one of those boxes.
yes,
100%.
of all his other CP takes.
Yeah.
It's just endless rows of no. So let's put those in a box and put them away with the horse stuff. Let's start from there. Let's start there, I think.
Since that happened, Vaush has lost 20,000 subscribers. Think about just how many people that really is. And out of all those 20,000 people, Tipster was not one of them. Genuinely disappointed seeing what H3H3 Productions did to Vaush earlier tonight. You'd think after everything Hassan's community, as well as others in the past, have done to misrepresent Ethan, he wouldn't be so quick to do the same to others. Yet, here we are. He even used the same out-of-context clips alt-writers have used to defame Vaush time and time again. Whatever this was intended to be, there is one thing for sure. This was not the move, and it was an extremely bad faith misrepresentation of Vaush. Tipster doesn't care what was on Vaush's computer. All he cared about was who exposed him for it. I want to remind you that the issue was never Vaush showed his goon folder on stream. The issue was the contents that were in there. This was Tipster's ultimate hot take over the incident. Damn it, Vaush, none of this would have happened if you would just watch porn on your phone like a normal person. This was never in the script. After reading that, I just want to say that is the worst take I have ever heard in my life. Here, Tipster can be seen sweeping for Vaush on his stream and says it's just a funny moment.
But Vaush was, he's on his fashion arc, and he was on stream showing some stuff that I guess he was planning to buy or something to add to his fashion wardrobe. And in this moment, he accidentally leaked his porn collection. Oh shit! Oh shit! Not his entire porn collection, but a folder where he had some, saucy images in there. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the clip. It's really funny. Obviously, I've censored the clip because I can't be showing you guys pornography on my stream. But here's a censored version of the clip. It happens fast, so be careful. You might miss it.
You can see this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
Oh, oh my God. The way he screams at the end. What? Let's watch
You
it
can see
again.
this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
Thank you for the
membership.
I'm going to be real with you. Ever since I heard from Anything for Views that H3's Vape Nation video was originally Filthy Frank's idea and H3 stole it, I essentially stopped watching him from then on out. But I can say that stream was more than fair, and they covered the important part. Not that Vaush's folder got out there for a second, but that he had cartoon CSAM on it. Even then, here, Tipster, knowing what the actual issue was, would go on to deliberately pretend that it was something else.
And then this stream happened a couple days ago, and holy shit, I'm at a loss for words. We're going to be reacting to a condensed version of this stream, because the segment is like almost like 2 hours long or something like that. We don't have 2 hours to react to everything. So we're going to react to a condensed version towards the end of this segment here. But just to kind of summarize what was said in this segment, there was a lot of bad faith misrepresentation of arguments that Vaush was making. Again, bad analogies that Vaush was using, analogies that even Vaush to this day will tell you, yeah, I probably should have used better analogies to make my points. Probably not the best to use the analogies I ended up using. But a lot of bad faith misrepresentation of Vaush's arguments, making defenses to arguments that Vaush wasn't making to begin with. The whole thing is just, it's poisoning the well in ways that you can't even can comprehend. And I do see some people in the chat saying that, like, oh, but they showed the full videos, they showed the full context or whatever. It doesn't matter how much you show the full context if you're going to misrepresent the arguments that are being made within those full context videos and basically make the claim that Vaush is saying things he isn't saying. That's the issue here. And that's the thing that a lot of people who are H3H3 fans and defending H3H3, that's what they don't seem to understand. Okay? They don't seem to understand that. So I'm hoping I can explain it. And ultimately, at the end of the day, you guys will either agree with me or disagree with me at the end of it. And that's fine. You can have whatever opinion you want to. But I'm just going to give you guys my thoughts on this, and then you guys can come to your own conclusions at the end. Before we get into reacting to this, because like I said, this is like 2 hours long. I have a condensed version that we're going to take a look at. If you guys want to see the full version without my commentary, in fairness to H3H3, I will link it in the chat, and you guys can check it out for yourselves. Just skip to the Vaush segment. It's called Vaush Horse Folder. But I want to go over just kind of me giving my thoughts after watching this stream. I put out this tweet because I had watched the full segment, and I was just kind of in disbelief about what had happened, right?
One of the better parts of this stream was Tipster seeing consequences for his actions and getting mogged on by H3H3. Let's get a couple of highlights in, shall we?
So I put out this tweet and I went to bed. I fucking went to bed. And when I woke up the next morning, I woke up to a fucking storm. I did not expect to wake up to literally thousands upon thousands of tweets calling me a pedophile, calling me a lolicon, saying that I'm defending a pedophile, say that I'm defending a bestiality, and all this horrible fucking that I am not doing whatsoever. None of these things are true in regards to my defense of Vaush, okay? And so I start scrolling through some of these replies, trying to find out what the fuck is going on, right? Because it's just an offhanded tweet that I put into the ether, and then I went to bed. So I'm trying to find out what the fuck is going on, and I see somebody in my replies post a screenshot of H3H3 talking about me, because H3H3 doesn't use Twitter anymore. I see a screenshot of H3H3 posting me on his Insta story. He posts my tweet and says, "Cheers, my horse. Love ya. No pedo." Okay? And at first when I saw this, I was like, this can't be true. This can't be real. There's no way in hell that this is real. Right? This has got to be like a Photoshop job or something like that. I go over to his Insta story, and sure enough, there it was. He was literally basically calling out anyone who disagreed with him on the situation. We're going to be looking at some of his Insta stories. There was so much insanity on his Insta story, and we're going to look at some of those things. I can't possibly show everything. We don't have time to show everything, but I'm going to show the things that I think that matter the most. But like, I look at this and I'm like, he's either insinuating that I'm a pedophile in this post, or he's insinuating that I'm defending a pedophile. both of which are really bad fucking things and are not remotely fucking true to what I'm doing here. I am defending someone who is being labeled a pedophile by H3H3 and others who I don't believe that that's the fucking case. All right? Remember that you chose to die on the lolly hill. I hate this fucking comment so much. And I will tell you exactly why I hate the fucking comment so much. Because it's the exact same fucking thing that dip Keemstar said when I was defending a friend last year who falsely got accused of being a pedophile in a lolicon. And in that case, it wasn't fucking true either. The statement that I made in that case was that I was dying on the hill, that I didn't think my friend did anything wrong, and that I didn't think that she was a pedophile or lolicon. And Keemstar twisted that into Tipster's dying on the lolicon hill. And to Keemstar, I say, f you for that, you bald fucking bastard.
Unlike Beetlejuice, whose name you have to say 3 times in order to get him to show up, it seems that saying Keemstar's name once is enough to bring him into your chat. And even though Tipster tried to ban him multiple times, Keemstar kept coming back with more alts.
And Keemstar, you can get the fuck out of my chat. Literally suck a fucking dick. Dip. How dare Keemstar show his fucking face in my chat? Don't you ever show your face in my fucking chat again. You're not welcome here. Hey, Keem, thank you for showing up on the Happy Punch account. I have evidence that will put Tipster in jail this stream. Literally go fuck yourself, Keem. You are a disgusting human being, and I regret that I ever associated with you or ever defended you. You are a piece of trash. Go fuck yourself.
Here, I'll ask you. Just follow through.
You're no better than Ethan is right here, if not worse. Didn't even know that was Keem. Yeah, he runs Happy Punch. Ban Skyfire News. That's also Keemstar. Thank you.
Yeah, because you have to hurt children to make it. That's why it's immoral. It's not magically immoral. It's immoral because of the harm that is caused by it.
I told you, Keem, you're not welcome in my chat. This is my chat is my fucking house, and you're not welcome here, you bald gnome bastard. Get the fuck out.
So, do we not possess other things?
But it wasn't just Keemstar that would make a guest appearance in the chat. So would Boogie2998, someone who, according to Tipster, he is a massive fan of.
Holy shit. Is this really Boogie? No way. Holy shit. Thank you so much, Boogie. I'm like a massive fan, my dude. You've been defending Vaush and this. All right, Boogie. I expected better from you, Boogie. I expected a lot better from you. That genuinely disappoints me. I don't know if you're just sucking up to Daddy Keem or something, but like, Jesus, dude.
That's why the reason why I want to talk about it.
If you actually think that I would defend that kind of shit, you don't know me, Boogie. And in fairness, you really don't know me. We've only talked a handful of times. But holy shit, man. Get fucking real.
It's frustrating because...
Now, for this part, I could not believe my ears when I heard it, and it actually got me mad, I'm not gonna lie. Here, Tipster actually says that he never saw the uncensored version of the clip that he's been defending to the death on Lolly Hill, as H3H3 said it. Tipster's defense is literally, Vaush might have had Lolly in his folder and Tipster didn't want to see it. And then actually implies that the people exposing Vaush are the actual PDF files. I need to warn you that this blatant hypocrisy is actually insane.
Yeah, I mean, like, allegedly there's Lolly in this folder, and unlike all these weirdos who are speaking out against it and are, like, actively going out of their way to look at it, I didn't want to see that. I'm like, if there's Lolly in that folder, why the fuck would I want to seek that out and take a look at it? No, I don't want to fucking see that. Absolutely fucking not. And again, I have to make this point again. I think it's really fucking weird that these people, who I agree with when they say that Lolly is problematic, I think it's really fucking weird that these people who are saying Lolly's really problematic, and then they're saving it to their devices so that they can repost it and share it with other people. What are you doing? Like, if you think this is problematic content, why the fuck are you saving it onto your devices? I don't understand.
And for, well, if they're organized by date downloaded, which is a common way to organize,
right,
then these would be temporarily related.
Perhaps, yeah. That's, okay, that's a good point.
You know,
Maybe.
we need to know how this document was organized.
Or is it categorized by most used?
He's up in King Rari like 1,000 times.
That's his go-to, man. That's his closer.
He's beautiful, so that fits. And then, you know, again, embarrassing with the AI. I know next time this happens, I'll make sure that it's like real drawings of horse dick and not AI comments. So I apologize.
Bro, I saw that. It was vile. You down?
Yeah, the people are like, dude, defend this, and then post it in 4K. Yeah, it's really fucking weird.
Downloaded it.
So is he meaning that like his community is...
It's like I said earlier, like a lot of the people that like are commenting on this situation, they'll basically say that if you have any engagement with this content whatsoever, even if it's by accident, then that like instantly makes you a lolly and a pedophile. And so by that same logic, you can make the argument that they're lollies and pedophiles because not only are they interacting with the content, mistake or not, they are deliberately downloading this onto their devices and then looking at it and sharing it with others. So it's like, now obviously I wouldn't accuse people of being pedophiles or lollies like that because I know how harmful those kind of labels can be. I'm just simply saying by their logic, you can make the same argument about them.
Well, the day after that, H3 would actually clap back on Tipster on another live stream, and unlike anything that Tipster's ever said, this actually got a chuckle from me.
I don't know if you realize how optically bad what you just said looks. This looks...
Dude, you are literally defending animated CP at this moment. And talking to me about optics. Holy shit.
Fucking terrible.
Wow. Well, listen, if criticizing CP makes me look terrible, then I'll be Darth Vader. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'll take that tough route. You're going to have a hard time uphill with that argument, buddy.
Even Keemstar would tell people why he was so anti-Tip on LolCow Live. And honestly, I can't even give a brief description because Keemstar says it so well. Note, however, none of these cuts are from me.
Do you know what Tipster did? He doubled down. He tripled down. He quadrupled down. He quarter fucking pound. That's what Tipster did. This last thing that Tipster did, defending Lolly, is fucking personal to me. It's personal. I mean, all this is personal because I'm a parent, but this is personal. Maybe 2016 or something like that. My daughter was very young, and there was this creep online who was famous for drawing this lolly stuff. All right, cartoon CP, and he drew my daughter in some sexual way. Disgusting stuff. I think my daughter was like 7 at the time. Pretty f***ed up shit. I hate that guy. That guy got canceled for that. He's a piece of shit. Whatever. Then, come to find out, Mr. Beast blows up, becomes super famous, one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform. And people find out Chris from Mr. Beast posted pictures from this same artist. You know, the artist that draws cartoon CP. And so when Tipster found out about Chris from Mr. Beast getting canceled for posting cartoon CP, this was this was Tipster's response.
Been a lot of people on the internet making a big deal about the fact that Chris Tyson from the Mr. Beast crew came out as gender non-conforming recently, and they're trying to like make a lot of outrage and drama surrounding somebody basically just trying to live their life. But it's gotten to the point where people started digging into like old tweets of theirs and stuff like that to find some reason to cancel them. And the latest thing is that apparently Chris Tyson is a file because he made some edgy jokes about lolly and kids. Now, I gotta be honest, they're not the kind of jokes that I personally would make, but we've literally gotten to the point where making edgy jokes makes you a pedophile. I kid you not. That's how low the bar for pedophilia has become. At this point, give it like a month or two, and you'll be considered a pedophile just for breathing the same air as children.
Yeah, nice. You see this guy on stream? This is the guy that's defended Lolly twice in the last year and defended Chris posting CP on Twitter. The same artist that literally got exposed and canceled for drawing my daughter when she was 7 years old. These are who these people are. It's not fun. It's not drama. It's not blood sports. It's disgusting, and it's personal. It's fucking personal.
You know who else would give their opinion on this? A now sober Only Use Me Blade would be told about the situation and gave the response not of Lit Romney, but of a normal person.
Long story short, this guy named Vaush got caught with a cartoon CP folder got leaked, and the fact that he's loves horse cock, multiple statements about him loving horse cock, and Tipster decided to defend him.
What?
Yeah, that's
a really the most normal response I've heard so far.
Yes.
Hey, what?
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't have any friends that are into CP or anything like that. But if they were, I wouldn't be like, you know what? He's a great guy, except for that. No, that's not a gray area. That's a no.
Well, they're saying they're taking them out of context. There's a contextual
How do you
thing.
take that? How do you take? I love
I don't fucking know.
Dude, this is the thing. Blade hasn't even seen the clips, and he's saying what everyone's saying. How do you take that out of context? What are you talking about? Context. Yeah.
I mean, I'm open-minded as the next dude, but there's not really a situation where you can explain horse or CP to me where I'll be like, you know what? Okay, like I can't. I don't see that happening, dude.
I think if this is old Blade, drunk Blade, he would come to the same conclusion.
Well, I think anybody with some common sense would be like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
yes, exactly.
Like, Keen, I know we've ups and downs, dude, but there's no situation where you come to me like, you know what, Blade? I love slapping kids. It's my thing. Yeah, I don't know. There would be no situation where you'd be like, that's cool. I understand. You're my buddy. No, that. Real friends will tell you that's dumb.
At this point, Tipster had been getting blown out all over, and what was his response? To dramatically throw out all of his anime-related things within reach. Because we all know he wasn't getting out of that chair to do it.
You could look at something that looks perfectly fine and then later find out it's lolly, and then you could find yourself in a situation like this. So this whole situation has honestly ruined anime for me so fucking much that I never want to watch anime again. I don't want anything to do with anime. I got my waist bin here and I got some of my anime. We got Death Note, one of my favorites. Throw it in the bin. We got some Dragon Ball Z, another great anime show. Throw it in the fucking bin. Robotech seems pretty harmless, but who knows? Maybe there's some lolly in there. Throw it in the fucking bin. Ease, based on one of my favorite RPG franchises, in the fucking bin. Hell, I've got video games that are anime inspired. Those go in the bin too. Ease, the video game, gone. The Final Fantasy games, there's probably some lolly in there somewhere. Get rid of them. Final Fantasy VII Remakes, gotta go. Catherine, pretty sure there might be something sussy in there. Let's get rid of it. And just for good measure, Ethan calls people he views as lolicons, he calls them lollipops. So we'll get rid of Lollipop Chainsaw just to be on the fucking safe side. I'm so sick of anime at this point. I want nothing to fucking do with it. No more anime in my house. I'm sorry, babe. I know you're in the other room. I know you still like Pokemon and shit like that. No more. No mas. It's Jover. No more anime in this house. F that shit.
Somehow, Tipster had been able to keep his head above water during all of this backlash and kept streaming to a small, but somehow loyal audience. So what do you think he does? Start something with another channel bigger than his? Or chill out? Boogie2998 becoming the quartering ripoff wasn't on my 2024 bingo card, but it should have been. He's lost a lot of relevancy in recent years, and his bank account is looking rather empty these days. And being the lovable Mr. Rogers character of the internet wasn't working anymore because people got a chance to see behind the current. I just want to point out that he actually wrote current, I didn't say that wrong. And get a good look at what the real Boogie2998 is like. And surprise, surprise, they didn't like it. Not to mention the fact that the anti-woke grift is extremely profitable. And I can imagine seeing folks like The Quartering and Melanie Mack rake in mountains of cash on that grift looks rather appealing to a has-been with a career on life support whose only current claim to fame is being the co-host of a podcast hosted by Keemstar, where you are literally there just for the purpose of being mocked by everyone on the internet for being a lolcow. What could Boogie have possibly said or done to get this love letter from Tipster? Boogie simply took a stance against politics being forced into modern video games during the Sweet Baby Inc. fiasco this year.
At the end of the day, I set the last one out, and I felt like I was on the wrong side of history there. and it certainly didn't serve me well. So gamers, I've been granted a do-over here. I don't know why Homeland Security has decided that they are going to give me a chance to right this particular ship, but I'm going to take it. And I'm going to make sure that I'm on the right side of fun video games and fun, well-written diversity and nowhere else.
Just look about how much coping and seething that Tipster has reading out Boogie's response to all this.
Somebody actually asked Boogie what his thoughts were on my comments. He says, if I pissed off Tipster, it's a good litmus test I'm on the right track. Really?
Before, my tweets related to Tipster weren't honestly that bad, but by this point, even though I was working on different projects, I was keeping up with Tipster's meltdown and went into Tipster's 30-viewer Twitch stream to say, Boogie W. That was enough to get me banned from Tipster's Twitch chat. This was actually recorded by Chris the Narc while restreaming Tipster, and he was actually kind enough to give me this clip for the video.
Filters on my glasses, then it started helping me a lot as well to get them.
I wrote Boogie W. I got banned in chat. I see you, Addendum.
I hope you guys.
No.
I hope you guys are doing great.
A fallen soldier. A fallen soldier in his chat.
So it looks like our chat's getting raided at the moment. That's okay.
Getting raided. Getting raided.
That's totally fine. I should have raided because I got caught too much.
At this point, Tipster needed a W, and he needed it fast. But unlike someone else I cover whose formula is, for every W gained, it must be immediately followed by an equal or greater sized L, Tipster just gets no Ws. Like seriously, watch this and tell me it's not some serial killer stuff.
Hey guys, it's me, Francis. And you know, last time this Gamergate thing happened all those years ago, I feel like I was on the wrong side of history. I was just kind of a bit of a fence sitter last time, and so this time, I want to make sure I'm on the right side of history. You know, last time that big meanie Anita Sarkeesian was so mean to me at VidCon, and I didn't like that very much, so this time, I'm gonna side with all the racists and the Nazis and stuff like that, because they seem to think I'm a really cool guy, and they seem to be on the right side of this thing this time. And like I said, I want to be on the right side of history this time around. You know, there was that infamous stream clip of me saying that, you know, at least, you know, racists and Nazis, they stand by what they believe in. And, you know, I'm going to stand by them this time, because that big bad Anita Sarkeesian was so mean to me at VidCon. How dare her!
Then, Tipster got owned again by Boogie. Tipster, glad to see you stop defending Vaush and his lollipop and horse fantasies long enough to type this. But no, unlike you, a person who got ejected from the commentary community to go fly rainbow flags, I am no grifter. You are a perfect example of the type of person whose politics should stay away from video games. I don't want you and your pedophilic anywhere near them. Politely, go f*** yourself. Boogie even exposed Tipster for breaking the fat guy code and then ripped into the tip.
And that is Tipster. And that sucks, because I normally abide by the fat guy code, where fat guys tend to leave other fat guys alone if we can. But Tipster drew first blood, and I'm going Rambo on his ass. I block everybody on Twitter almost for no reason. People seem to like it when I do it. They wear it as like a badge of honor. Oh, look, Boogie blocked me. And also, I don't have to deal with their bullshit. But Tipster, that's not why I blocked you. I blocked you because you were a disgusting, depraved human being. It was just last month that you were defending drawn photos of child pornography, and that just irks me in the worst way humanly possible. Your only online friend left is Keffals, and she threw you under the bus because you were defending child. I may not be Mr. Rogers, but at least I don't have a history of both harassing online e-girls as well as online trans women. You call me a grifter because I broke my silence on this whole video game topic. You're the one who left the commentary community to go fleece the LGBTQ. You want to warn me about aligning myself with the right. Well, you know what? That's not something I plan to do. I just want to align myself with people who like video games, and there's plenty of people on the left that do that. But you're choosing to ally yourself with the left and only the left, excluding anybody that happens to be in the middle or the right, and that's a really bad plan for you. The reason you're failing at everything you're trying to do right now is because you're trying to appeal to the left, but you're such a vile, disgusting person that even they don't want to have anything to do with you. Regurgitating the left's talking points can only get you so far, and when somebody on the left finds out that you harass women or defend child, they don't want to have anything to do with you. So Tipster, now I'm done with you, and I'm going to go back to blocking you because I don't want you accidentally retweeting lolly onto my timeline, because you've done that. You've done that, and I don't want to see it. I rarely choose to make videos like this. I rarely choose to respond, and when I do, I always try to keep some decorum, but you deserve none of it. You are down to the last shred of internet dignity that you had left, and that person's name was Keffals, and even she can't stand you anymore. I'm done with you too.
Tipster was then offered to debate Boogie on Lolcow Live and instead messaged Boogie saying, "Suck my balls," blocked Boogie, and ran away, making Boogie the winner of whatever that fight was.
Well, no, he called you a coward, so let's find out who the coward is.
Oh, he messaged me and says, "Suck my balls."
Wait, but he called...
Message him back, Boogie, ask if you
And
can
then he
find
blocked me again.
What?
Tell him you don't have horse balls.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be interested if I'm not a
publicly
a drawing of an 8-year-old child.
Publicly tweet out, Tipster, you called me a coward. I'm down to have a 1v1 debate with you. No one else, just me and you right now. Give me your goddamn Discord, and then we're all going to go retweet it. We're all going to go slap a like on it. We're going to build the pressure, and while we're waiting for Tipster to respond, we're going to get Rich on here. Yeah, we'll talk to Rich.
He's playing games. He's a coward. He knows he can't actually hold his own in this conversation, so he's not going to have it.
Like I said, I will step completely out if he's worried about like my intellect or anything like that.
And after the whole thing was settled, Manic the Manic Mechanic from earlier would go over the recent events, this time with a special guest.
Oh, how's it going, everyone? But wait, Adentum pointed out to me. All right, if you look at this, look at the bed. Look at how much it sinks in. Oh,
Dude,
man,
that looks like a beanbag chair the way he's sitting on it.
When did this video? It came out in 2011.
Who is that?
It's Flamenco.
Shut up.
No, it's not. It's not. It's
okay.
I think it's not, but it looks like him.
He looks like John Stossel if he was like 40 pounds heavier and much younger.
Fun fact, 7 months ago, me and Manic were neck and neck in a race to see who could get 10,000 subscribers first. So when we laugh at Tipster's numbers, it's real.
But
look at those views.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That moment when little old us gets more views.
This meeting of the minds even tried to figure out how to fix Tipster's channel and life, but unfortunately, we couldn't do it.
Which honestly, at that point, I would just quit. Like if you fell off that hard, just leave, bro.
Or if you woke up one day as Tipster in his body and you couldn't sunset, how would you fix it?
How would I go to the gym? Or okay, are you talking about like? I was about to say go to the gym. Are you talking about like literally just
everything?
Everything. Okay, what, dude?
Like you gotta fix his channel and his body.
I have to fix his channel too. Does he even have like the money to like hire an edit? Dude, there's no way he can't. There is, dude. It's already done for. He killed his channel. It's done. There is no coming back from this. Most of like look at the number of subscribers he has. Look at the views. Look at the ratio. It's not happening. You need to just reset, start a new channel, and maybe do like video essays or something. That's literally what you have to do. Come back as a
VTuber, Tipster.
Come back as a VTuber. A Jabba the Hutt VTuber.
Oh, I'd watch 10 minutes of that before turning off.
Yeah, that would interest you. That would be a novelty for a good 15 minutes.
This was supposed to be the end of the video. Tipster got felted by Boogie and YouTube took his channel out of the search results because only Tipster exposed videos were getting any traction. As a matter of fact, Nicholas DeOrio discovered that the only way to find his channel was to search up Tipster Lolly. I don't think I would be exaggerating if I said it couldn't be any more over for Tipster, but somehow the tip had found a way. At the beginning, I mentioned how Tipster had deleted most of his content while I was making this video. Well, as of writing this now, the channel has 8 videos and 4,000 views. YouTubers fall off all the time, but when it happens, it's usually the audience moving on. Of course, the YouTuber themselves has a role to play in that, not being able to get new viewers to replace the old ones, or keep up with the times. But Tipster has over and over again made the worst choice available to him. Every video that you upload as a content creator, whether it's good or bad, is a seed that you plant. And yes, every now and then you may want to cull some of those videos because you're not satisfied with them anymore. He destroyed everything that he's ever made and in a sense, salted the earth. There's no going back from this. If you look up Tipster's channel, all you're going to find are videos either making fun of him or exposing him. And even if someone did somehow find their way to a Tipster stream and liked it, if they check out his channel, it looks like the most botted thing I've ever seen. Tipster doesn't have the backlog of content for potential fans to binge, and any video that his fans may have looked back on fondly and want to rewatch is gone. It has never been so over for a YouTuber of Tipster's size, and for that reason I dub him the Lord of the L's. But that's just what I think. What about you? Comment down below and let me know. As always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you soon. But wait, what's this? The lolcow trading card game has just gotten a little more advanced. Not in its rules, but now adding in brand new lore for all your favorite cows and scribes. Including yours truly. Addentum is a robotic scribe that spends all his time documenting all the lolcows of the digital and real world. Throughout many years of experience, this has prepared him for anything the lolcows may throw his way. Addentum is also a battle-hardened warrior that has many machinations at his disposal. Since he is the robot overlord, Addentum can construct more robots to do his bidding. The scribes have a powerful ally in this master of machines. The Acronian War is approaching, and Addentum is waiting. If you're interested in getting in on the action, or even want to test your luck by donning one of the Sonichu medallion shirts, check out my affiliate link down below.